It's a question worth asking. How many brilliant, promising students walk onto a university campus, just full of potential, only to kind of lose their way? They end up adrift, without a clear sense of direction. It's a huge challenge, and it affects not just the students, but the universities trying to help them succeed.
Well, today, we're going to look at a really powerful solution to that exact problem. It's called the Accounting Career Roadmap Tracker, or ACRT for short. This whole innovation comes from the Faculty of Accountancy at UITM Kuang and Kelantan, and it's all about giving students a clear path forward. And its purpose? It's incredibly clear and focused, to take all that student uncertainty and transform it into real, tangible, career-ready confidence.
Now, to really understand just how powerful this is, we first need to take a closer look at the problem it's solving, because it's a hidden but absolutely critical challenge in higher education. For accounting students, man, it can feel like a perfect storm. They're juggling really demanding subjects, they're facing this immense pressure to perform, and all the while they're staring into a pretty uncertain future. So without a clear path, what happens? Motivation just plummets, their performance gets choppy, and they can just become completely disconnected. The end result is this cycle of what you'd call reactive learning. Students are just trying to survive from one exam to the next. They totally lose sight of the bigger picture, and all that potential they started with, it just goes unfulfilled. And that right there is the gap the ACRT was specifically designed to close. So how does the ACRT actually confront these issues? Well, it all starts with a really clear set of objectives that basically create a roadmap to success. The goals are threefold. First, it's about providing clear, semester-by-semester guidance, so students always know what's coming next. Second, it's designed to actively boost their motivation, their focus, and their resilience. And third, it's there to directly improve both their academic performance and their readiness for the professional world. So how does it actually work? Let's break down the mechanics of this structured journey that takes someone from being a student to a full-on professional. Okay, so the ACRT organizes the entire university experience into 4 distinct phases. It kicks off with foundation building in the first year, helping students just adapt to university life. That's followed by performance enhancement, where the focus shifts to really mastering those core subjects. Then, the advancement phase starts to introduce career awareness, and it all culminates in professional readiness during their final semester and internship. Now this is where it gets really clever. The ACRT uses what's called a dual platform approach. So students get a big visual roadmap poster, a physical thing that's a constant reminder of their long-term goals, keeping them on track. At the same time, there's a digital tracker using Google Forms for systematic data collection. And this is so important because it gives both the student and the faculty real-time insights into their progress and any potential roadblocks. And this really highlights the big difference here. You see, conventional methods are often kind of fragmented and reactive, but the ACRT, it's integrated and proactive. It shifts the whole focus away from just grades and onto the holistic development of the student, directly connecting what they're learning in class with their future career plans. So at the end of the day, the ACRT is so much more than just passive advice. It's an active, structured, and data-informed student development system, one that truly empowers students to take ownership of their own journey. And the impact of a system like this? It goes way beyond just the individual. Let's zoom out and look at how this initiative benefits not just students, but society as a whole. For students, the benefits are super clear, and you can actually measure them. When they have a defined purpose, their motivation gets a huge boost. With that focus, their academic performance improves. They also develop the resilience they need to face challenges, which means they graduate with undeniable career readiness. But here's the bigger picture. By producing graduates who are more confident, more adaptable, and more capable, the ACRT contributes directly to building high-quality human capital. And that, in turn, strengthens the entire national workforce and supports long-term socioeconomic development. Now, beyond its academic impact, the ACRT was actually designed with some serious commercial potential, which makes it a really sustainable and scalable solution. There are a bunch of different avenues for growth here. The model could be monetized through institutional licensing to other universities, it could be developed into digital subscription tools, or even packaged as professional training modules and consultancy programs for other faculties. And its competitive advantage is just so compelling. The ACRT offers an incredibly high impact on student outcomes. But here's the kicker. It has a low implementation cost and it's highly scalable. That makes it a really attractive option for any educational institution that's looking to improve student success. So, to wrap things up, the ACRT represents way more than just a clever tool. It's really a new standard for how we can approach student development. The whole story is simple, but it's really powerful. The problem? A lack of student direction and motivation. The solution? The ACRT's structured dual-platform roadmap. And the impact? A whole new generation of confident, resilient, and career-ready professionals. Ultimately, the Accounting Career Roadmap Tracker isn't just an innovation. It's a fundamental shift from a reactive system to a proactive one. It's a strategic framework that really sets a new standard for fostering both academic success and professional readiness. And that leaves us with a pretty powerful question, doesn't it? Just imagine the transformative potential if every single student in every single field had a clear and actionable roadmap to their future.